Hello everybody, this is Rachel, and I'm going to do a tarot card reading today for January. So I'm just going to clear the space really quick before the reading, and a lot of you probably know that it's important to clear spaces and make sacred space before you do readings. So I wanted to show you this cluster that I have. This is the main, going to be the main worker bee during this reading, so I thought I would just show you. Some Palo Santo here. I have a lot of sage too, not just Palo Santo, but Palo Santo it's just what I happen to have right now at this moment. I'll show you the cards. This is my main tarot deck. I love it a lot. And this is another one that I just got, which is also really fun. But anyways, I'm just going to start off with a general reading for January 2020. Now that we can all see with 2020 vision. Okay, so whoever's watching this reading is definitely for you. And I've never gotten these cards in this combination before. Let's see, make sure you can see these. But right now, this is you currently. This is you today, at the day exactly now that you're watching this. And 8 is a number of completion, so we have the 8 of Cups right here. And basically, this card is saying that your heart is really heavy. It's full of love. It's very heavy. But you're giving up too early on yourself and on projects and on things that you love. You're giving up too early. See how you can kind of tell he's disappointed right there? But this is a relationship card. It's a love card. It's a communication card. And so you need to give yourself more patience and more of a chance to get things done that you want to get done, okay? Because you don't feel that good. Maybe you're insecure. You're not feeling confident. So whatever it is you're trying to do, you're kind of like, oh, well, wishy-washy, and then that's the end of it. Well, you need to give yourself more of a chance, okay? Now, in the past, I think you were working with some sort of investment that you were trying to use for maybe the project that you're working on right now. But the Queen of Pentacles is a money card, and usually it is a person. But they have to be handling money for you somehow. So whatever project you had going on that this was that you had funding for, I think you're giving up a little bit too early. Like you had planned with this person here, this female energy. This represents a person, but she is handling your money for you. Like a financial advisor. So you had somebody in your life like this, and they're probably still with you and they're connected to this project, and you're just really not feeling too confident about this project right now, but it's because you're not feeling confident with yourself. That's why. You don't feel confident in general, and that it's reflecting over into your ability to get this project done. And this is recent, or the near future. And the Hanged Man has a lot to do with letting go and meditation. So in order to get rid of this sort of worry and self-pity and this sort of inability to see through projects here, you're going to have to let go, and you're going to have to forget your worries and kind of, I would say, meditate. I mean, I meditate every day. I would encourage anybody who's in the spiritual, who's working the spiritual realm, to meditate every day. And I know a lot of people might not understand this Hangman card, but it's basically, this guy is the archetype of going back into the sacred non-knowing, of going back into meditation, emptying your mind, emptying out the previous programming that was always going on, just returning back to self. And that's all there is, really. That's all there is yourself. So you had this money, and you have this project that you're not sure about, but you need to get centered in yourself. And this has nothing to do with anybody else. There's nothing to do with anybody that you ask about their opinion for this project. It's only about returning back to who you really are inside of you. So the Four of Cups is a really good card because it means whatever project that you're working on or whatever you have going on in your love life is going to be anchored into the real world. It's going to come to pass here in the 3D realm. Sometimes this card can mean marriage. Sometimes this can mean like a baby, but it means definitely fruitfulness. So whatever, it could be the same project, or it could be something else happening in your love life, but it's definitely whatever it is here that you weren't sure about. This is not fruitful because this is not letting yourself realize a goal. This is the goal happening, and this is what you don't know. This is in the hidden position right here. Let me move these cards up a little bit so you can see them a little bit more. But like I said, in order for this specific goal to happen, you have to kind of let go of your preconceived ideas about yourself and other people, and maybe even about the universe. And as long as you're in a really healthy manifesting mode, your project is going to come to fruition. This card is one of the best cards in my tarot deck here, and this is the Blessings card. It's the Star card. So I'm thinking this is a pattern for you. This sort of pattern where you have not sure and need to let go, and then it happening. Because I think here is showing that you're focused too much on the fruitless outcome of your project. You have to let go of these thoughts, and then your goals are going to be realized. This is a Blessings card. This is Blessings. You can see like how beautiful this card is. It's a star. It's about all the things that you want coming true. Okay, so I'm going to ask a little bit more about this Blessings card, okay? Okay. These are really good cards for this blessings card. I'm gonna another one flew out here. Okay. Let me make sure. So these 3 cards are describing the star card. So we'll do this here, okay? Because they're describing this blessing card. So first of all, to help you complete your project successfully, you need to become more balanced and do everything in moderation that you're doing. That means getting enough sleep, having enough meditation, not being so hard on yourself, loving others around you, but most of all, loving yourself. See, because you have a lot of these cup cards here. And this has to do with love and communication and relationships, but also this spread has to do the most with your own projects that you're trying to get done and that you feel down and out. So this is the balance card. You need to have a lot of patience with yourself and live in harmony with yourself and your projects, okay? Because you need joy in order for these projects to come to fruition. This card is about how you have everything you need at the moment and to count your blessings, and that new material conditions are coming. See, this card is one of the nicest cards of the Pentacles suite because you can see you have this lady, but see, she has a house here and she has a car, and you can see all her jewelry. She has flowers. There's a bird here. I mean, basically, she has everything she needs. And so I would say this is also about gratitude. You have to really give thanks to everything that you already have. And this Temperance card, this Harmony card, and this card together, you are going to come up with this abundance from this project, but you do need to give gratitude. And this is a really big message for all people at all times, actually. But we are looking at this from this aspect of the star, these blessings that you're going to get from this project. And this is unity. Now this is going to bring about other projects that you really love. So this is about your first real love coming out of this particular project that you're doing. These are basically the best cards in the deck altogether. So the lucky person watching this really has a lot of blessings right now. I mean, these are some of the best cards I've ever seen in a reading. I would say these have to do with definitely this project. Maybe not being sure if it's going to pan out for you financially, and it will. See? And not only will it pan out for you, you're going to absolutely love the results. This is going to be something that kind of sums up like whether you should have done this project or not. This is your dream come true. And of course, this is a universal, absolutely universal message for everybody. But you in particular, that's going to help you get through this difficult time with this project, is going to be harmony, okay? So I hope that resonates with you. I'll pull from another deck right now. See, isn't this deck beautiful? It's like my favorite deck. So this is the deck we'll use next. Once again, this reading's for January 2020. Whoever's going to come and see this reading today, this reading is for them. Okay. This flew out. Definitely coming to an end of a cosmic cycle for you right now. This is what Judgment is right here. See this? It's a really beautiful card. But it's a karma cycle card, so it means the end of a specific cycle is here, but it won't be that difficult because you'll already be beginning the next cycle. So you can see the next cycle. It's not like this part of your life has come to an abrupt halt or anything like that. All right, the Star card again. Eight of Swords. Okay, that's a tough one. Okay. And these also came out here. Once again, the Hanged Man. Here, let me see. Make sure you have these so you can see them on the screen. The Hierophant here. The Hanged Man. This is a major theme for you. These came up in the last spread. You saw me pick them. Well, I guess you kind of saw me pick them. I was shuffling off screen, but this is the Star card again. This is the Hanged Man again. I'm going to pull out the other cards so you can see them. Here we go. I mean, if that's not a message, I don't know what is, honestly. Okay, here we go. Like I said, you're coming to the end of a karmic cycle right now. Lots of lessons, lots of people coming and going, lots of ups and downs, but you're coming to the end of the cycle, and it's definitely end of the cycle. I believe that you can feel it. However, you're not coming to an abrupt stop because you can already see the beginning of the next cycle. So it's like you move and then you move houses or you move locations, and then you already have your next job lined up. So it's not really that scary, right? You know you're being supported by the universe. But this is a big karma card. This is one I like to say when they're being forged in the fires of life, right? Like you have a lot going on right now. But you can also see the end and you know the next part. So it's not that scary. Okay, you've been given extreme blessings, lots of blessings to lead up to this point today. You know, maybe 2019 wasn't that difficult for you. Maybe a lot of really great things, a lot of great people came into your life. You got a lot of messages and a lot of synchronicities. So this is the Star card. This is the one I just got with the last reading. So we can compare these decks. Yeah. Okay. So the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is something that we get when we come to a standstill because there's too many things going on and we need to revert back to not doing anything, and we feel kind of defeated. It doesn't necessarily feel good, but it's also a necessity to kind of slow down, put things in perspective because you're bound up by too many thoughts. So you need to get back to no thinking, which in my opinion, it's a little bit like this Hanged Man card, except that the Hanged Man here, it's like a choice. You have a choice to go back to sacred non-knowing, and this is when you're like just in non-knowing, wallowing in non-knowing, okay? Okay. I'll show that to you again. Yeah. You're feeling trapped. You feel trapped and you feel like you may be the victim, but I mean, this feeling will pass, okay? It's gonna pass. Because you have to understand, you're being forged in the fires of life right now, and you've been given so many blessings. And sometimes we encompass our feelings. So when we feel something a lot and we can't get ourselves out of the negative thoughts, these negative thoughts, they trap us. And so you have a lot of things going on, and you have to keep your mind clear and keep in the meditative state, keep your thoughts positive, or else you're going to feel not so good. You're going to feel tied up like this, like you're a prisoner. Okay, so what we don't know about this is the hidden card. This is the Nine of Wands. Even though you're going to feel trapped here, a prisoner of your own thoughts, you have unbelievable resilience, unbelievable, and you are going to kind of climb out of this mental rut you have yourself in. And I don't think you really give yourself enough credit for the resiliency you have, okay? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is another card that we also already got on the last reading. Okay, let me get that out for you from Cosmic Tarot. That's the one where the lady has the car in the house. This is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Nine of Pentacles. New material conditions are coming, okay? Also, if this is stress related, because I do feel like there's a lot of stress happening right now, this is a really stressful card, okay? This is a lot of stress, but it's partly self-imposed, so you have to watch your thoughts here. This is in the near future if you don't watch your thoughts. This is your resiliency. This is about new material conditions, and so if you are stressed, you have to realize that your health is going to be restored from all this stress, okay? I can see how this would cause a lot of stress. Not this. You're flying high in 2019. This is stressful. This is maximum stress. This is getting out of your stress. And then this is your health being restored. But also, it's also a money card, okay? So what you want, as far as your health and material new conditions, it's going to happen, but you have to stay out of the negative thoughts, okay? Things are going to balance out for you. Okay, Hierophant. Now, whether you believe it or not, the person watching this video is you have more psychic abilities than you give yourself credit for. I only get this card for people that are very gifted, usually empathic, but are not willing or don't know enough at the time to understand their own gifts. So maybe you have precognitive dreams that you aren't really paying attention to. Maybe during the day you kind of like see things out of the corner of your eye. Maybe you have some clairvoyance going on, but you just like, maybe you don't tell anybody because, you know, you don't really believe these little visions that you get or something, but you're not really paying attention to it because you don't really believe this. Well, I only get this card for people that are developing their clairvoyance and may not be aware of it, okay? So if you pay attention to your gut feeling, pay attention to clairvoyance, pay attention to synchronicities, if you pay attention to signs that the universe is giving to you all around you in everyday life, it's going to be easier to get through situations that are so difficult. like this, for example. Okay? This would be big changes happening, and then this would be feeling mentally trapped. And as we know, you're very resilient here. You have a lot of energy, but this is in the unknown position, so I don't think you even realize that. And you need to give yourself credit for all the abilities that you do have. And when we go through life, when we go through different problems and trials and tribulation, this isn't a judgment against that. We all need to learn our lessons. That's true for every single person. That's why we're here. And once again, the Hanged Man, which was the same in the last reading. You have to come back to a sacred non-knowingness. You need to veg out on the couch and do nothing, or meditate, or just stare into a candle for an hour. Just spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself and not stop listening to others. Especially if you have friends and family that like to be negative Nancy's. Just completely stop listening to them. Okay, so I'm going to put the cards next to each other that were a match. Because that is so weird. And then I'm going to pull a summary card from here. All right, well, here's your summary card, believe it or not, King of Pentacles. This is the King of Money, okay? So this is a great businessman. This is a person who really knows how to turn projects into financial capital, to really monetize things, and loves doing it. So I believe that somebody is going to come into your life that's going to help you organize money appropriately for these projects that you have. Or this is your energy becoming more male as far in the money realm. Now, what I mean by that is that for the last spread, you got the Queen of Pentacles, and now I'm getting the King of Pentacles. And the King shows more mastery than the Queen. So before, you had some sort of advisor that was helping you with your financials, okay? But they were very good at what they did, but they were not masters at what they did. And they were also in the past position. This is a summary. So everything that you're going through here now has a lot to do with projects and money. And you are going to come into mastery of these projects as far as financially organizing them and turning ideas into capital. So this is your January 2020 reading. And I really hope that this resonated and you're able to get something out of this. You're going through a lot right now, but chin up. Chin up, okay? You're very resilient. And you're going to achieve mastery, or you're going to meet somebody who's going to help you achieve this mastery. Okay, guys, so there's your January 2020 reading. Until next time, have a really great month.